Hey guys, welcome back. So today I brought home this Ryobi trimmer. Don't know much about this one. This one was in the trash pile, but I did pull the engine over. It does have compression and it's mostly complete. I think the only exception here is that the air box is broken and missing the cover. So I'm going to get you set up a little better. I just want to pull this over a few times, see if we get any signs of life. All right, we got fuel in the purge bulb, so that's a good start. Okay, and I got nothing from the engine, but I can smell the fuel, and it smells way past its fresh date. So I'm going to drain that out, put some fresh stuff in, see if it makes any bit of difference. Okay, well, it runs. So we got spark, we got compression, fuel is the issue. So I don't see any adjustment screws on this. I think it needs to be cleaned. I'm going to take a quick look online. These carbs are usually pretty cheap. So, I'll take a look at what's in here, but I think a clone is probably the way to go. All right, I took a look on Amazon. These carbs are only $12, so it's not worth rebuilding it, but I am going to get it off. We'll open it up, have a look inside. Potentially it could be fixed, but just the act of opening it is most likely going to require a rebuild kit, which probably exceeds the cost of the $12 Amazon carb. So I think I've made up my mind, but at least let's get it off and take a look. Things actually look pretty clean in here. I was expecting it to look quite a bit worse. So I'm going to try to clean this up. Actually, everything came off fine. Nothing's petrified, so this one has a chance. That's pretty much it. I mean, this thing's in really good shape. Didn't find much wrong with it at all. I think the only part I'm suspicious of is this right here. I think this is the main jet. It may have been a touch clogged. So, yeah, that's cleared out now. I'm going to soak it a bit in the ultrasonic, put it back on, see if we get a different result. This does not need to be that tight. Usually on larger engines, I go to about 70 inch-pounds. This one, probably going to go to 20, possibly 30. All right, place your bets. I don't think it's going to start because we have no choke. That was part of the airbox, but we'll try it like this. If not, I'll give it a little squirt of starting fluid, see if that makes any difference. Better. Let's try it again. Nice. I think the engine's running well. It's still stalling when I let off the throttle, so let me see if I can adjust that idle set. All right, well, I wish I'd noticed this before, but the idle set screw is actually broken off on this carburetor. When I actuate the throttle, you can see the part there that's moving, and when I let go, it should return and hit against the idle set screw, but instead, there's just a broken piece of plastic there. So this carb definitely has to be replaced, despite the fact it's running correctly now. But there is still a chance. I do have this other Ryobi carb. It is not compatible, meaning there's no primer bulb, and there's a few other differences. But this piece on top and this set screw almost look compatible with that one there. So I guess a last ditch effort. We'll see if I can get that out, put that in there, and try it again. All right, well, the plastic part I need looks to be the same, but these barrels down here are a different size, and it actually looks like the needle is as well. So I don't think that's removable on this. So yeah, we need a new carb. All right, the new carb's on the right, and I've just been comparing the two, making sure that everything's the same, and it seems like it is the right part. You know, the new one does have that missing idle set screw, but there was a bit of an oversight actually when I ordered this. I assumed it was going to come with a new gasket, but it didn't. So I tried getting the old gasket off, but yeah, it's not playing nice. It's not coming off in one piece. So we do need to get a new gasket made up. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. You know, I also went to eBay and was lucky to find a used air box. It is complete, has the air filter and the choke mechanism as well. So all we need is a gasket, and we should be able to bolt this thing on and give it a try. All right, there's a few ways to go about making a gasket, and there's really no right or wrong way as long as it's making a good seal. You know, I guess there's an easy way and a hard way, and I'm still trying to find out the easy way. And what I've typically done is just use a piece of paper placed on the carburetor and then use a crayon on the side to kind of transfer that shape onto the paper. And once you have that, you just need to cut it out. And for that, I use an X-Acto knife and a hole punch as well as scissors, you know, whatever tools you have at your disposal. And then once you have the paper template, you transfer the image again to the gasket material and repeat the process. Now that works well. I think the only downside is that it's time consuming because you're doing it twice. And the second transfer, you're losing a bit of accuracy. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. You know, I recently picked up this punch set. It's meant for leather, but it can be used for gasket material as well. But what I'm going to do, I guess, instead, is cut out a piece of this material, we'll punch the center hole, which will be the one right here, and then I'll use this template to kind of locate where I should punch the holes for the studs, and then we'll just cut it out. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The only other thing to worry about is this little dot I made right here. This has a fuel pump in it, and the way it works is it receives a pulse from the engine through this port. So it's important you don't block that, because if you do, the pump isn't going to work and it's going to stall pretty quickly and not restart. So for that, the hole punch is too big, as well as my punch set. So probably just going to try to kind of notch that out with the X-Acto knife. It doesn't have to be circular. It just has to be large enough to not cover that hole and not breach, anywhere that it shouldn't. Yeah, I think I'll try a drill instead. Yeah, not overly impressed with what the drill did. I mean, it did make a hole, but it's kind of a rough one, and it is raised on both sides, but I think it'll be okay. So we'll give this a try. I'm just going to cut this out a little bit closer to the shape it should be, and then we'll bolt it up and try it out. All right, and that's it. I'm not going to try to make this perfect. The important part is right here and right there. All right, well, I think that pretty much does it. I mean, this one was an easy fix, and it's really too bad that there was so much damage there, because this could have been fixed at no cost, but as it is, it was free to me, and those parts totaled about $28. So, this thing is only 4 years old, and judging by the smell of the fuel, I'd say it was used only the first season and then never used again. So, yeah, not too bad. Anyway, I hope this video helps someone. Thanks for watching.